Negative marketing campaigns, water shortages, food deserts, and economic barriers all were discussed by a panel of experts at a farm-to-table agriculture education dinner at Longwood University in September. Students from 21 high schools in Central Virginia attended, sponsored by their county farm bureaus. One hot-button question was how to improve the public opinion of genetically modified foods, which have been proven safe in hundreds of studies over the past 30 years. All the panelists agreed that biotechnology will be essential to solving the problem of how to feed an expected world population of 9.7 billion people in 2050. But different approaches will be needed.
We look at how we can increase the yields of our crops. As Lindsay said, crops today that can be more resistant to drought, more resistant to insects and molds and mildews and all of those things. We right now are producing corn that's well over 300 bushels an acre, which seemed unheard of just 10 years ago, and it's because of technology.
I also would be an advocate for big agriculture. I was blessed to be the 10th generation to be raised on my family's farm, and my husband and I have a large farm in Amelia, and it's going to take large agriculture production to meet these demands.
Will a rooftop garden ever feed the world? Not as it's currently construed, but could a large hydroponic facility feed a large quantity of people? You can grow a lot more lettuce in a 1-acre greenhouse than you can in a 1-acre crop field.
Students in the audience were able to ask written questions during the hour-and-a-half discussion that included addressing negative public opinions about modern farming and constant change.
When you go to buy a gallon of milk or a pint of milk in your high school, if it says antibiotic free, what do you all think? Do you all think the other milk has antibiotics in it? I see a lot of heads nodding, and that's a false marketing claim. All milk is antibiotic free.
A lot of producers in my county are non-GMO, organic, natural, all those things, and like we talked about, there is a market share for those people, and if you feel that that is the market share you want to go after, Farm Bureau will support you in going after that market share. The most important thing, I think, is not attacking each other and tearing each other down.
The profile of the state is shifting along urban corridors, and what was really rural isn't so rural anymore, and what's urban has a growing interest in what's happening in rural. And so I think we need to just make sure we're all a part of that dialogue.
Some of the students in the audience were from local Virginia FFA chapters. In addition to learning more about the major issues facing farmers, they found encouragement for their possible future career.
The biggest challenge, I think, is the money issue. A lot of farmers, when they start out, they don't have the money or the resources to just jump into farming, and they can be a little bit intimidated about all the things that they have to do and all the things that they need. So it might scare them a little bit. They let us know that we have a support team behind us, that you're not going to be alone when you go into this industry, that a lot of people are here to help you with it.
There are all sorts of ways to get into agriculture. You don't have to come into it as a 1,000-acre row crop farmer. Like I said, there are friends of mine that started with hand tools and a walk-behind tiller.
With so many complicated questions to discuss, time quickly ran out for the panelists, but they promised to answer all of the student questions in writing. And one essay winner from each high school will be able to attend the nation's only vice presidential debate this election cycle, held at Longwood University on October 4th. In Farmville, Virginia, I'm Norm Hyde.